Hello everybody and welcome to my outdoor cacti garden. I'm sorry it's a little bit loud here, but it's the daytime and this is the time of day when people like to do stuff and street cleaning and trash trucks. I do live in a city after all, so I do have to do some stuff with this. So anyway, coming over here, we got some pretty cool stuff going on. Just the normal, but it's still pretty cool. This is a bridge seat, just straight bit bridge seat. This is one of the 3 outdoor ones that I had actually purchased from someone else. I've been having a little problem with this being soft here, but it hasn't rotted yet. So I don't know if this is going to work and just turn into like wood type of like what's over here, or if it's going to end up rotting. If it does end up rotting for some reason, I'll cut it about right here. Then I'll cut the tip about right here, and I'll have a midsection about this big that I can use and use that as a rooting segment. I had a weird dream last night that I was rooting a log and it worked. I can't root logs to save my life. I tried once and I had it going for a year and it didn't even root at all. So one of my experiments is going to be starting to try rooting something. I had used simply an emesis basin, a literal medical emesis basin, and put it in there with soil that was dry just to see if I could get it to root, and it didn't. So I don't know if maybe it was the fact that I used an emesis basin, which I don't think so. I think it was the fact that it just didn't work and I didn't have the environment right, because I didn't have a grow setup set up for it. I just literally put it by the window. So as you can see, this is sunburn there, all those white spots, because you come back in the back and there's not. I do love how big these spikes get. These ones are really spiky. I love bridge sea because of that, otherwise known as Boldivian torch. Coming over here, I'm going to show you the TBMB, otherwise known as the penis cactus. I know that sounds like a bad name, but that's literally what they're called. So I don't think there should be any problem with that and being put online to give education. So here's one pup that started early. Here is another pup. Here is another pup. And where's the other pup? There, and there's one somewhere else around here I know came up. There, that's it. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I thought I had a 5th one. Oh yeah, right there, that one came out. 5. So I have 5 new pups on this one, this TBMB, within about 3 months. So that's pretty cool. Coming over here, we have mostly bridge sea by Camorra's Giant. Again, not Camorra's Spiny Giant, Camorra's Giant. They're 2 different ones. Coming over here, we have a lot of pups coming off. You can see this one here. It's in a gallon ice cream container, and it's already pupped off there this year. This one pupped off this year too, not just anything else pupped off. As you can see, this one here has pupped off so much, and you can see just how much it's growing, that this is a new top, and this is just where the extra middle segment just was plopped in the soil. I did this one upside down, obviously, so it grew from the bottom up, so I didn't see anything. This one here must have been, I had right side up, so it grew up here and pupped, but it also just pupped down here. Coming over here, we have some of the ones that are a little bit small and are just kind of being not taken care of much, so in case I have a complete loss, I have something to just start over with. This one here had sunburn and rot down because of the sunburn, but it actually came back, and look at how it's doing. It's starting to go good. It's almost like a pup, but it's actually just a continuation of the growth, because it's exactly the same. If you look over, it's exactly the same pattern and number of ribs. Come over here, we have some more of this Camorra's, or bridge sea by Camorra's Giant. I don't think these ones have any pups on them though. They just are as is. This one over here is one that was pretty cool looking when it was younger. It's just too skinny, so I need to get it fatter again and probably lop off the top right here and go from there and just let this pup out and get more pups from it and more tops. Coming over here is one of the ones that I think is pretty cool. This one right here. Oh wait, I forgot to put the one in the milk jug. This one right here is pretty cool. Again, the ones that have some blemishes and stuff are not the best, but hey, what can you do when you just put them straight out into the sun in April when you don't use a shade cloth? So coming over here, we have another one with a bunch of pups. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 pups. And again, this is not witch's broom, because you look at the thing and the actual plant is not pupping. It would be at the top and all the way through. This is actually pupping because there's so many of them going on that you can tell it's the actual species and the variety. This one's pretty cool. This one's growing pretty well. This one might be a contender for taking into a fair someday. This one over here then we're going to get to, which is pretty cool. This is contender soon. It has, I believe, 9 pups on it. It started with these 2. I had cut off this segment from the top because it was looking like crap. It's a little bit dry, but I mean, it's doing pretty well. It's going to get, you know, nice size again. It didn't die. But anyway, that's from this one here. This one was doing really good, well, and it got fat. It was just when I brought it inside under a crap grow light that it turned to, you know, shit. So over here we have another few pups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a 7th somewhere in there, and 8, 9. So there's your 9 pups. And that one's going to grow like crazy. This is very impressive pup growth. So coming over here, we have the one that's a 3-segment one. And this, or not, yeah, 3-segment. This was 3 segments. And again, sorry, we have some very loud stuff going overhead. This 3-segment was actually one segment that I cut off multiple times. This segment actually is the one that has these segments from it and these segments from it. So these ones are the segments that came from this specific mini stand that I'm trying to grow out. Again, you can see where there was a little bit of, well, not a lot of sunburn, but if you come back here, you can see that it's just sunburn because there's nothing back here. So this one's really cool. It's getting tall. I wish it was a little bit fatter the whole way through, but that's my fault with the winter. It also has a pup somewhere around here. I think it's back here. Yeah. There's a pup growing back there for it. Coming over to here, this is another one that I wish I would have left a little bit fatter. It looks pretty good. I love this one. I know I've shown it a couple of times. I think I just showed it a bit ago. But this one I think I'm going to enter into a fair someday. I know it has some blemishes and a blemish right there. But this is hard grown from seed, not soft grown. So that's how these ones work. And that's just how it goes. So coming over here, we have this one right here. Just a top segment from that originated from here. So this one right here, or middle segment and the mid segment, I mean, this one looks pretty good. I put it in its own pot. It was in this pot originally and I moved it over. Coming over here, we have another one of these Bridge Sea by Camorris Giants. This one was over 3 feet tall and I had to cut it back because I couldn't get it in the house, because every time I would start to, you know, bring it in, and I'd have to, you know, bend it down and bend it halfway over to be able to get it in the house, and it was just about to break, so I just decided to cut it at an angle so I'd get a pup at least. Now I've got 1, 2, 3 pups that came off of it. Again, this got skinny because of the lack of a very strong light, and you can see it's getting fat again. So that's my fault on a lot of these, that they get skinny and fat. Coming over here, we have a couple of segments that are mid segments that pupped off. Again, it comes from that one back there with the 3 stand up there. This one I had obviously rooted upside down. I had looked at it, had pulled it out. Nothing happened. It wasn't rooting or anything, but it stayed green. So I let it go. And then this one was upside down, obviously. And then it pupped at the top this time. So it was pretty good. I'll take it. It's a win to me. It's another cacti that I get to have. So can't complain about getting free cacti out of just cutting them off. That's one of the best things. You can just keep repropagating these cacti and eventually just give them away and sell them for like $5, $10. Over here, we have one that I really like too. This one might eventually get entered into a fair or other contest. This is another Bridge Sea by Camorris Giant. It's starting to do well. It's going to get fat and it's going to be cool. This one back here, this is all the same unless they say otherwise. There's one that's not a Bridge Sea by Camorris Giant, and I'll tell you that one. This one's pretty cool. This one right here is going to start getting fat again at the top because the fact of the matter of it's in a bigger pot. This one again is another one that's cutting up top of one of these guys over here, and this segment's doing pretty well. And as you can see, it's getting bigger and it's getting fatter now that it's in a larger pot. Over here we have even more. These ones were smaller and they got bigger, but they're going to take time. I don't know if these have any pups on them. I don't see them, but it doesn't mean that there aren't any pups on here. This one back here, I think I already showed the pup on. Some more of these are going crazy. I don't think I showed these. Again, same thing. Bridge Sea by Camorris Giant. Here's another one. That's the same thing. You know, I like this one. It looks pretty cool. And I'm going to put it into a bigger pot like this, and it's going to start getting like that and getting fat. So these ones here are doing well. This one is pupping off now 4 times. And yeah, that's pretty cool because these ones I can make fat, because I'm soon at the end of the year going to take them out of this soil and retransplant them into something better. This is one that originally had 4 4 pups on it, and they started earlier in the year than putting them out. But unfortunately, out of those, here's 1, 2, 3 that look good. The 4th one here had very bad sunburn and looked like it wasn't going to come through, but now you can see what looks like a pup on it, and that might actually just be the actual pup that's growing on and not another pup pupping off from the pup. Either way, that was from sunburn, and that seems to be going away. This one actually is one I have a couple of cuttings of, and I forget it's one of those, it's a couple of those. So most of those come from that one. That's the 3 apart there. Oop, let me get it. Sorry, I didn't fall almost. There, I almost fell, but I need to get it. So I have to get on my knees anyway. So over here is the last one. It's a bridge C it's just a bridge C. I had purchased this one. I just wanted to get something that was a straight bridge C so I could use it for flowering and more different types of propagation and different types of flowers. So I can have this crossed by these and have multiple different types, and they're seed grown, so it's not like they're not different types. So, you know, if you don't know, these types of cacti are self-sterile, which means that you can't get seeds from the flowers unless you pollinate these with other ones. So these 3 right here, they're all the same cutting, just from one plant. So these 3 here are all self-sterile, meaning they won't be able to produce seeds and pollinate each other. Now this one here can pollinate every other one here, or every other one in here can pollinate every other one. They just can't pollinate themselves. So it's a pretty fascinating thing when you realize that cacti need other cacti to actually make new cacti, and other than that, what happens is they just fall over and make new stands. As you can kind of see, they just kind of do this. Imagine this was broken on the ground almost, and it broke off like that. This segment would have hit the ground and come up like that, and this would have been the actual top of the cacti, and it might have popped down to there, but it would have grown back with another pup that would go way up. So imagine this would be the one where it would go back up, and this top pup would be the one that would come up off of there. It's very interesting. Maybe it doesn't make much sense, but once you see it and once you experience it, you start to see what's going on. So anyway, I want to thank you guys again for always watching and always being there. To my subscribers, I appreciate it. I think I'm at 30 now, something like that, 28 to 30. So wherever I'm at, I appreciate it. I'm getting thousands of views on these things, which blows my mind. So thank you guys so much, and I always appreciate it. You're the best. You make this worthwhile. You're the reason I do it. And have a great day.